Hi there. Now, there is something I would like to talk about briefly. I hope I'll have your attention. It's commonly referred to as alcohol, but I have given it a name, a different name. I call it the sweet die hard. So, the sweet die hard is the substitute name for alcohol that I have adopted to use to illustrate whatever it is I want to illustrate here in just a few minutes. Now, the human body, the human physiological systems, that's the internal systems, are made to function naturally without any external substances, without the effect of, say, alcohol, cannabis, or any other drugs for that matter. But in a lifetime, as we grow older from infancy, childhood, through adolescence into adulthood, there are things that make us gravitate toward alcohol. For instance, the sweet die hard. Now, we may begin to take alcohol at adolescence and we are in groups. So as a result of peer pressure, you're in this group with friends. And so if you want to be accepted in the group, you have to take alcohol. For instance, that's the sweet die hard. So as you begin to ingest it, as you begin to take it, as you begin to consume it, your body finds it foreign, like it's new because it's not water and it's not food that your body depend on for growth and development. So for your body to accept it, it takes time, and that procedure, that time under which your body learns and adapts to the consumption of alcohol is referred to as tolerance. And over time, one could completely or entirely function going about their daily activities, or if they have anything to do, they would need to be motivated by taking alcohol. Now, at that stage, that becomes dependence. And so now the body has learned this new foreign substance, has adapted to it. And so to function optimally, to function well, even by just that individual going about their daily routine, they would have to take the substance alcohol. So it's not, let me say this here briefly, it's not every individual that takes alcohol that will become hooked or develop dependence or develop addiction for it. It's not everyone. But just to remind you that the governance of your life depends on you. Now, but you can flip the coin, or you can flip the script and let some other thing, for instance, alcohol, you can let some other thing, for instance, friends, determine the governance of your life for you. But ultimately, it depends on you. What you do depends on how you think. Now, there is a concept, or there is something called the blood brain barrier. When we are born, there is nothing that breaks that barrier. Now, that barrier is supposed to keep our brains safe from external control. So, but when something foreign like alcohol, I keep calling it foreign because when we are born, we are naturally not supposed to function with alcohol. And so when we take it, the blood brain barrier it goes through the blood brain barrier and it begins to dictate to the individual how they would behave. And some most times what the behavior of such a person is impulsive. Now, by that I mean they don't think about the consequences of their behavior in that state of intoxication. And so there could be impulsive talking, there could be, and the talking could be vulgar, there could be any, just any other behavior that is not socially acceptable because the blood brain barrier has been breached. Now, remember I said earlier that the governance of your life or the governance of my life depends on me. It depends on you. So do not let alcohol, for instance, determine the governance of your life for you. Now, when you take alcohol, it's sweet on the tongue, and your body may feel good for some time. And as the quantity of intake increases, then it reaches a certain point where we become intoxicated, when our bodies no longer feel like our bodies, and it dampens the brain, it reduces the brain's ability to think. And so sometimes you find people, they have taken alcohol and they are drunk in an instant, and they forget whatever happens, and tomorrow or after they recover, they keep asking, I mean, what happened? How was my behavior? Was I rude? Was I aggressive orally and or physically? But like I have said previously, the governance of your life depends on you. So it is your script, it's your principle, it's your principle or principles, it's your personal constitution. And I'm not saying that it's like a gun and a trigger. And so when you take alcohol, you're absolutely going to become dependent on it. But in case you want to stop, or in case you've had problems with your social life, with friends, with family, or perhaps even at work, and you want to stop, then there is a way that you can go about it. And perhaps you could start by finding substitutes for alcohol. Perhaps you could go on a walk. Perhaps you could go look at artwork. You could go look at paintings and sculpture. You can listen to music. You can speak with friends and interface with them. Now, there is something about alcohol. We may have it in our refrigerators, or we may have it in our rooms, but we prefer to go out and interact with people and drink it while we are interacting with people. So I understand that what actually makes us happy is the conversations. That's what makes us happy. It's not the alcohol. Because if you're looking to reduce stress, alcohol doesn't actually reduce stress. I don't know how it works for you, but it doesn't reduce stress for most individuals. And perhaps you're going through some very trying times and you're looking for ways to forget yourself and probably even forget the situation. You should rather look for a solution other than forgetting the concern. And that's actually what works. So, yes, having people that you trust, having people that are knowledgeable, that you could run to when you have concerns, is a good thing. And those people cannot be just anyone. They cannot be chatterboxes. They cannot be people that you talk to in this instant, and in the very next instant what you've told them that is confidential, what you've told them in confidence, is in the public space. You would not feel good, because it's not everything you tell that you intend that everyone should know about it. So, but finding such people is difficult, I agree, but you can find them. And when you find them, you have to treasure them, because they're doing a remarkable job in your life. Now, there is another thing that is worth giving consideration to. Now, in case you're looking to stop taking alcohol, or stop letting it govern your life, and you used to previously take it with friends or in the company of friends while discussing. Now, those friends, they may be very valuable, and you cannot You cannot possibly cut off from them. Maybe you cannot cut off from them. So you would still go in their company and they would offer you. So what do you do when they offer you? You simply tell them, no, thank you. No, no, no. You tell them calmly, you tell them gently. You don't have to yell, you don't have to scream, you don't have to be loud about it. And they may try to quiz you, they may ask you why you no longer want to take. You may not necessarily need to explain yourself. Just tell them no. And that's it. So I hope you find this useful. And if you did, or if you do, that's great. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. I really do appreciate